Alright guys, so today is February 14, 2025, and that's the time 8:12. You know, with the project that I have been doing that you would have seen of the basement unit, and you would have obviously seen because I know I would have inserted clips of neighbors coming by and all of that. Those neighbors coming by, and even when I'm there in the space, I'm uncomfortable. Fast track, last night, my father called me and to see. I was actually talking to my sister at the time. Last time my father called me to see, quote unquote, where, which part in the yard me I go. But in which way I would have asked for permission and I would have had a discussion with both my parents. Not one, not a one and off conversation, but a conversation which included both of us at once, where everything was discussed at once. I didn't notify one party and then saying it to other party, or notify one party and then have a open discussion. I did it once. So this particular neighbor, you would have heard me made mention of her as well
So
in a
that
previous clip
neighbors
or in a previous video
are
with the whole
info.
project. So when he kept in the conversation, I kept asking him who contacted him, because I know we would have had the discussion. Anywho, he told me who it was, and um, she merely just called to check to see if he's okay and so forth, because she haven't heard or seen him for a while. Mind you, you would have also seen the condition of the place to see that the place is just there locked up and there's nobody really there to maintain and keep up the place. So me now leaving from how much miles each weekend for a numerous amount of weekends to get this project in motion and start getting the place back into some livable um circumstances, right? And it's like he's saying to me, don't do anything else until I come. Within which way I would have asked for permission, I would have put my proposal out there, clear on the table, and this just goes to show and reminds me of the reason as to why I decided to just step away and just leave certain things alone. But when you look at the potential of something and knowing that you can, and I'm speaking about me, and knowing that I can turn things around for the better, not just for me, but as a whole. And in everything, there has to be unity. And in everything, if there's no unison, if there's lack of communication, or somebody feel as though that they have to be in control or whatever the case is, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I'm saying this to say, be very mindful of taking on certain energy. Be very mindful, because some persons, they are just there waiting for that moment for them to take full control and to just, I've heard too much. I may have not seen it for myself, but I've heard too much where sibling are kill them other sibling, or fight and toss up over dead left and I don't want to really invest too much and put myself into that position, because I've seen where it's going, and I've seen where persons have shown their hands to say, hey, this is it. So it's a lot, and it's a lot.